Granada, in the south of Spain, a city most famous for the Alhambra, the historic World Heritage Site. It's famous for its universities too, though. Nearly 70,000 students from around the world study here each year, and for many of them, sport is very important. The sports base of the city relies heavily on university students. Granada has about 15 sports centres, especially in private gyms and facilities, and the city council has more than 20 sites devoted to sport. Sports spaces, city sports, sports sites at the university. Really, the city lives through its colleges of learning, and all the different sports are heavily represented in the academic sphere.
Todos los eventos deportivos están muy representados los universitarios.
This campus city is the first destination in Europe of the program called Erasmus, a program for the exchange of students between universities. So the Winter University Games of February 2015 are a logical step, and yet the organization is a real challenge.
Since the attribution in 2009 for the Universiade 2015, I think 3 or 4 times the organizing committee has been changed. Then many difficulties on political level, on economical crisis as well. And FISU had to go through with a really nice approach to deal with all these problems and to get everything on stage we are now.
As a result of all this, the City of Granada will host all the competitions on ice. The challenge here is to organize a Winter Universiade and all it means in terms of sporting diversity, including the infrastructure of ice sports in particular, which we've never had before. We have extensive experience up in the Sierra Nevada with different world championships, but our major challenge is to make a very good impression on the ice, and that is what we'll do. Up until now, Granada has had no ice rink whatsoever.
Most challenging are for the infrastructure which are not built yet, and they are still in the progress of construction. And these are the temporary structure they call igloo for figure skating and short track, and also the curling, which is, I would say, the biggest legacy for this Winter Universiade here in Granada, because it belongs to University of the Granada. And this really curling venue will be built and will be finished just beginning of January.
Despite the difficulties, the Granada 2015 Organizing Committee must deliver 4 ice rinks for the Universiade, 2 permanent and 2 temporary, including the famous sports palace that's being transformed for the occasion. But for some venues, like the Igloo, which will house the figure skating and short track events, the work has been running very late. Yes, we've been delayed about a month on the completion of the ice facilities. 4 ice rinks must respectively organize ice hockey, figure skating, short track speed skating and curling, with an imperative: be ready for the test events before the Universiade.
We will see the outcome, we will see what will be the result after the test event, and we still have a time to correct everything until all delegation will come and start to compete.
The biathlon and Nordic skiing competitions will be held in Slovakia. Otherwise, all the Universiade events will take place either in Granada or in the Sierra Nevadas. In the Sierra Nevada, the events are divided into 2 parts, the snow events and the ice events. Our organizers are concentrating more on Granada, where the structure of transportation will have to be perfect, as well as the communication between Granada and the Sierra Nevada, so all the athletes will have all their needs catered for. This is Mulhacen, the ski resort in the Sierra Nevada. It hosted the Alpine Skiing World Cup during the 1970s. It was the venue for the Alpine Skiing World Championships in 1996 and regularly hosts the World Cup finals in freestyle and snowboarding. This time, though, the ski resort has to adapt to the special features of the Universiade.
Lo importante es que es un multievento.
The important thing is that this is a multiple event. That is, up until now, the Sierra Nevada has held important competitions, but in a single discipline, whether it was skiing, snowboarding, or freestyle. For the first time, these three disciplines will be held jointly through the competition, which is offered by the Winter Universiade. It's the equivalent of organizing 3 World Championships at the same time, or a mini Olympic Games, because ultimately, the Universiade has a structure very similar to that of the Olympics, but catering for the university athlete.
Tiene un componente muy parecido al de los Juegos Olímpicos, obviamente siendo el referente el atleta universitario.
2,200 athletes are expected in Spain in February. More than half of them will take part in the ski and snowboarding events. We're especially involved in the reception of the teams, to care for whatever those teams need, and to assure them that everything will go well and run as smoothly as possible, so that they can train and concentrate on their performance in the best possible way. One fear here, as everywhere, is the possible lack of snow. The station is equipped with snowmakers, but for this resort, in the southernmost part of Europe, not far from North Africa, isn't the risk bigger than elsewhere?
The Sierra
Nevada has specific conditions because, in fact, it's true we're close to the sea, but we also have a great elevation. Here we are at an altitude of 2,100 meters, which is the base of the area. The top part of the ski area is 3,300 meters, which gives us a skiable vertical drop of 1,200, and that's fantastic. No ski resort has an altitude drop as important as the Sierra Nevadas, and in relation to the snow conditions, I think they'll be very good.
Muy buena.
And for any skeptical students about, well, at least they can laugh about it.
Today's stars, tomorrow's leaders. When education meets sport and culture. What best promotes excellence in mind and body? Where do friendship, integrity, and achievement meet? Which event gathers the best student athletes from around the world? The Universiade, the home of international university sports. Today's stars, tomorrow's leaders.